Hello everyone. My company is Siemens. Siemens is a German multinational technology focused on industry, infrastructure, transport, and healthcare, and then focus on renewable energy. Our course is a Global Sustainable Operator, course tutor Vytas, and my team member name is Siddharth, Vaibhav, Ashdeep, and Chirag Sharma. Then I will talk about table of content, company overview and company timeline, ESG goals, artificial intelligence, and flowchart of global achievements, and then Gantt chart, risk register, cross breakdown structure, stakeholder analysis, and then project recommendation and conclusion. Then I will talk about company timeline. In 2007, Siemens acquired UGS Groups. In 2008, new corporate structure introduced. In 2008, Siemens launched its environmental portfolio. In 2014, Vision 2020 strategy introduced. In 2015, Siemens acquired Research Rand. In 2016, Siemens founded Next 27 for innovations. In 2018, Vision 2020 Plus was launched. In 2020, Siemens with a new face. I will talk about the company overview. Siemens is a German company specializing in engineering, electronics, and medical devices. In 2021, it was the world top automation vendor and the fifth largest global revenue in 2021, 62 billion. Focus areas industrial automation, global automation, marketing, and robotics. Here is the chart by revenue by segments 2020-21.
So I'm going to talk about Siemens business sectors. Their industrial business, digital industries, and they offer smart infrastructure, mobility, and Siemens Healthineers. The services which Siemens offers is Siemens Financial Services, Siemens Real Estate, and the Global Business Services. Their key competitors are ABB Switzerland, which is highly in robotics, automation, and electrification. The GE USA, which is highly in power generation, grids, renewables, Hitachi Energy, which is in Japan, Switzerland, power systems electrification, and Honeywell USA, which is highly in smart buildings, industrial automations. And also, the Siemens market value is 131.7 billion US dollars. And Siemens, the graph which shows the Siemens market size of industrial control and factory automation. So talking about ESG, what ESG stand for? It stands for environment, social, and governance. So I'm going to talk about Siemens environment goal. Uh, the resources efficiency and decarbonization. They have set goals to drastically cut the CO2 emissions from Siemens. And also they use recycled materials and minimize the use of chemicals and other resources. So talking about social, Siemens places a high value on diversity, which means the inclusiveness and equal treatment in order to create a safe and healthy work environment. Talking about the governance, Siemens supplier code of conduct and corporate conduct, the guidelines and the rules they set. So the business practices in order to reinforce the government. Since we are focusing on environment, what is Siemens trying to do? Let's look. We take environment as a major goal. So Siemens wants to be carbon neutral by reducing and offsetting carbon emissions from all of its operation from the world. And also they're trying to increase the use of renewable energy. Siemens plans to reduce dependency on fossil fuels from its all operations and all production facilities what they provide. And also Siemens wants to electrify automobiles and assisting in the reduction of transportation and environment friendly. So and also talk about the green building certifications. So they wants to make sure that Siemens all buildings are green certified, such as the LEED or BREEAM. So now we all know what why carbon neutrality needs to be achieved. So let's look. Siemens is the world's first major global industrial companies to announce its intention to become carbon neutral in its operating business by 2030. As also part of their decarbonization program, they already published data on the upstream greenhouse gas emission produced by their suppliers. But why carbon neutrality is so important? Let's talk about that. Siemens become carbon neutral is essential since it reflects the company's dedication to sustainability. Carbon neutrality is a critical goal for Siemens as it aligns with their company's commitment to sustainability and innovation and also their long term business success. By aiming for net zero, its competitive advantage because they need to meet the certain needs, meets increasing regulatory requirements and attract ESG consciousness and also it also helps them to attract investors. So also as part in their industrial as a leader, automation, energy solutions and transportation, Siemens integrates low carbon and also Siemens is making a significant contribution to global sustainability and improving its Siemens demonstrating great corporate leadership in tackling climate change, aiming for carbon neutrality in its all operation worldwide.
So now we will discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of Siemens with carbon neutrality. Advantages: improved brand image and reputation with leadership in sustainability. So Siemens reputation would be enhanced if it were regarded as a pioneer in environmental responsibility and corporate sustainability. Siemens dedication to becoming carbon neutral would enhance its reputation as investors and consumers place a higher value on business that prioritize sustainability. And the second one, which is enhanced customer loyalty. So consumers are becoming more aware about the products and about the environmental impact of the products which they will purchase. So Simon is in line with these consumer values by adopting carbon neutrality, which may boost demand of the products, goods and services, and also which helps to foster greater customer loyalty. And the third one is supply chain influence. Simon efforts to lower emission across its extensive supply chain, which could encourage suppliers to adopt more sustainable products, and which helps in better long-term relationship with supplier who share your commitment to sustainability may result in this influence. And now we will discuss about the disadvantages of Siemens with carbon neutrality. So the first one is image and reputation of brand. Simon has established itself as a pioneer in corporate sustainability, and its reputation might suffer if it doesn't reach to carbon neutrality goals. And the second one is regulatory risk. Carbon taxes, emission controls, and climate related policies are being implemented by the government across the world, which are more and more. If Simon disregards upcoming environmental requirement, it may be subject to fines, penalties, and restrictions. So now we will discuss about the goal which company has to achieve by 2030 for carbon neutrality. First, company has to take two steps. The first one is increase use of renewable energy. For increasing the use of renewable energy, company has to implement energy efficiency measures which are reduce waste and increase recycling, and develop renewable energy certificates which helps to purchase them carbon credits. And the second step which company can do is to reduce and offset carbon emissions from all of its operational worldwide, and which helps to achieve them in green buildings. And also it also helps to achieve them in develop renewable energy certificates, which further further regards to obtain renewable energy certificates. And these both steps help company to purchase carbon credits. And after then we use artificial intelligence for creating a prompt on cost breakdown structure. And now and the prompt is generate a cost breakdown structure for Siemens waste reduction in the supply chain, which includes cost categories such as AI implementation, supplier collaboration initiatives, waste recycling, and reusing infrastructure, and total estimated cost. So according to the artificial intelligence approach, which is according to the chat gpt, AI in supplier optimization, which helps to identify waste heavy suppliers and suggest alternatives. And the second one is predictive maintenance. In this predictive maintenance, they prevent machines inefficiencies that lead to excessive waste. And the third one is automated sorting and recycling, AI driven robotics, and which helps to sort recyclable materials efficiency. And we also done the approach by humans, which is according to us. So according to human, we think about like supplier collaboration and training, which helps to educate suppliers on waste reduction and on waste reduction, which is the best practice, and employee engagement programs, which helps to encourage sustainable practice within the workforce, and regulatory compliance governance, which helps to reducing initiatives alliance and environmental regulatories.
Talking about pros and cons of AI suggestion to carbon neutrality. AI offers a structured and organized approach to carbon reduction by ensuring systematic implementation strategies. It utilizes data driven models to track emissions and optimize energy usage, significantly improving time efficiency. AI rapidly possesses large data sets detecting energy inefficiencies in real time, and smart grids can instantly adjust power consumption to optimize renewable energy use as well. Additionally, AI driven supply chain optimization helps identify the most eco friendly routes and suppliers. However, despite these advantages, AI has limitations as well. Some solutions may be overly generic and require human customization to be effective as well. AI recommendations can overlook unique industry specifics like constraints and often lack context awareness, failing to consider external factors such as government policies, cultural practices, and supply chain disruptions as well. Moreover, AI generated strategies require validation from sustainability experts, as ethical and corporate responsibility decisions cannot be solely automated. Ultimately, while AI enhances efficiency and strategic insights, human oversight remains essential to ensure practical and responsible implementations. Now we talk about the Siemens project requirements to reduce waste management in the supply chain and as well assumptions as well. Like we can talk, Siemens aims to progressively adopt waste reduction techniques over a 5-year period to improve sustainability in its supply chain. To achieve this, a dedicated team will be involved, including 2 supply chain analysts, 2 sustainability officers, and 3 logistics and procurement specialists as well, and 2 training personnel. These professionals will oversee the implementation and optimization of waste management strategies. To initiative will rely on key material resources such as a smart waste management system, ERP software for supply chain optimization, recycling facilities, composing units, and sustainable packaging materials. Bulk procurement and AI driven efficiency will contribute to cost savings as well, while the reuse of materials, recycling efforts, and sustainable packaging initiatives will help reduce long term expenses. Additionally, as staff members become more familiar with waste management procedures, training costs are expected to decline over time. Cost breakdown structure is a hierarchical representation of costs in a project, breaking down total expenses into smaller and more manageable components. It helps in budgeting, cost control, and financial tracking. In this cost breakdown structure, we talk about resources and their estimated costs, and in the end, we talk about their total cost. So we need 2 supply chain analysts with £80,000, 2 sustainable officers with £75,000, 3 logistics and procurement staff with £100,000, and training we will spend in training and development £20,000 as well. In smart waste management systems, it's going to be a £50,000, and in ERP software for supply chain optimization, it's £60,000. We will spend in recycling facilities and compositing units, it's £100,000, and in sustainable packaging material, we will spend approximately £150,000. So the total cost is around going to be 635,000 total. Now we talk about stakeholder analysis. The waste reduction initiatives in Siemens supply chain involves several key stakeholders, each with distinct interests and levels of influence on the project. The government plays a crucial role ensuring compliance with environmental laws, carbon neutrality policies, and ESG regulations, exerting a high level of influence. Shareholders and investors, also highly influential, are primarily concerned with sustainability driven financial performance and long term return. Employees with a medium level of influence benefit from job security, a sustainable workplace, and professional development opportunities. Customers with a high impact on the project drive demand for sustainable products, influencing Siemens' strategic direction. Local communities hold a medium level of influence, focusing on environmental impact, job creations. Additionally, interest groups advocate for sustainability, climate action, and ethical corporate behavior, contributing to awareness and accountability while maintaining a medium influence on the project's success.
So in this slide, we'll talk about the work breakdown structure and what it is. A hierarchical decomposition of a project deliverables and work required to complete it. Basically, it is a breakdown of how the work needs to be done. We have in total four phases. The first phase is planning phase. We'll talk about the defining of sustainability goals. We'll conduct a feasibility studies, allocate the resources, and perform risk assessment. In the second stage, which is the implementation phase, we'll develop AI-driven waste management system. We'll engage and train the suppliers, deploy recycling and reuse the strategy. We'll integrate automation and smart manufacturing for lower emissions. In the third phase, which is the monitoring and evaluating phase, will evaluate supply chain sustainability impact, conduct periodic audits and sustainability assessments. Then we'll identify and address sustainability gaps. In the last and the final phase, which is reporting and optimization, we'll prepare a sustainability report for stakeholders and investors, enhance transparency in carbon footprint reporting, and optimize sustainability strategies based on performance data. Then we'll scale up the success initiatives and drive the continuous improvements. So here's the Gantt chart. A Gantt chart is a project management tool that visually represents a project timeline and task using the horizontal bars to indicate from when it is started and when it ended. So the phase that we are taking is 2024 till 2030, and the phase 1 is assessment and planning, which will start from 2024 and will reach till 2025. Then in the phase 2, which will start from 2025 and will be implemented throughout 2028. From phase 3, which is AI and technological integration, it will occur from 2026 till 2028. And the final phase, which is phase 4, is continuous monitoring and adaptation, which will start from the ending of the phase 3 and which will end on the 2030, which is the final year. While talking about the risk register highlights the key challenges that are associated with green technology adoption, categorizing them based on probability, impact, and the ownership. So, financial risk with a high probability of 0.9 and it leads to a critical impact stems from a significant initial investment requiring careful financial planning by the CFO and sustainability team. Technology failure and regulatory changes also pose major risk, necessitating proactive system maintenance and legal compliance monitoring. Supply chain disruptions due to non-compliant suppliers have a high probability of 0.8, emphasizing the need for stringent procurement oversight. Additionally, market reputation risk and environmental threats such as extreme weather affecting renewable energy sources further underscore the importance of stakeholder engagement and resilient infrastructure. By addressing these risks strategically, the organization can enhance sustainability efforts while minimizing potential disruptions. In in the last and final slide, which is project recommendation and conclusion, the project recommendation regularly we can assess environmental and social impact using data driven tools, enhance supplier sustainability through stricter carbon reduction targets. We can expand automation and AI powered tools to reduce carbon emissions in manufacturing. We can strengthen governance frameworks to align with international sustainability regulations, like we can include LEED and BREEAM. Promote transparency in carbon footprint reporting to build trust among investors and customers. Concluding this, Siemens is on the track to achieving carbon neutrality by 2030 and leading sustainability in industrial automation. Continued innovation in AI, automation, and green technologies will be crucial for long term success. There's a strong commitment towards sustainability, and if the practice will be reinforced, it can lead to great achievements in the market. Last slide is project team, and we're talking about the responsibilities of each person. I led the team and collected the ESG information, developing Gantt chart and supporting the team members. Weber developed the risk register, stakeholder analysis. Arshdeep developed the work breakdown structure and cost breakdown structure. Sneha collected the information about the project requirements on the resources and assuming the cost. Chirag developed the flow chart and provided some basic improvements.